Guys, welcome back to another bracket episode at NFR Podcast. And for today's song pool, we're going to be doing 32 different trap classics. So that's everything from Gucci Mane, Jeezy, T.I., Future, you name it, we have it. And only one winner at the end of this episode. So Lou, how do you feel, man? Because there's some big matchups on the board today.
I'm really excited, man, because I have no fucking idea where this is going to go. Like, even though we have all the matchups, I don't really know who's going to win each one, looking at it at face value, because it's 32 classic trap songs, right? One of the most famous subgenres of hip-hop. It's been around for years and years, and there's so many classics to go through. So let's get started with this thing. On side A, the first matchup that we have is going to be Freestyle by Lil Baby versus Die Young by Roddy Ricch. And when it comes to this matchup, with all due respect to Die Young by Roddy Ricch, I mean, it's very easily going to go to Freestyle.
This was the easiest one for
But
me.
I will say this. Die Young is a better written song, and it's part of like that classic Roddy era of his blow-up. I respect it. I think the hook is fantastic.
Absolutely. The melodic performances are probably better, but the production on Freestyle is crazy. And it's just an iconic song for like the subgenre. You know, it's really probably one of the best songs of 2017 as well, right?
I think Freestyle is going to make a heavy push.
You think so? So that's going to be your early prediction for this episode.
It's going to be like trying to be like Superman and like an arm wrestle, bro. Like, it's going to be hard to take it down.
I could see maybe some of these challenging it. And, you know, listen, we have another matchup here for the second one. This is going to be Magnolia by Playboi Carti versus EXO Tour Life by Lil Uzi Vert. And this was another easy one for me.
This was easy for you,
I
really.
Want EXO Tour Life. Come on, are you serious? The writing is better on EXO Tour Life. I prefer the production on EXO Tour Life itself. I feel like it's aged a bit better. And you could say that like EXO Tour Life is the top of the line for Uzi's catalog, while Magnolia, yeah, it's massive and it's iconic. It still doesn't necessarily reach maybe like Carti's top 10 songs, if that's a hot take.
It's just maybe that, like, I know that obviously EXO Tour Life is a classic emo rap song, but when you look at Magnolia, I mean, it was just such a complete performance from Carti. All of the unique ad-libs, the colorful beat from Pierre Bourne that makes you think that he pulled something, like some sounds from an old Street Fighter arcade game or something. It's a crazy song. Is it better than EXO Tour Life? Maybe not, but I feel like it's more of like a tried and true trap song, because EXO Tour Life, obviously production-wise, is a trap song, but subject matter, it's less of a trap song, you could argue.
I get what you're trying to say, but I also prefer Uzi's verses on EXO Tour Life. I feel like the hook is stronger on EXO Tour Life as well, so that's where I go.
All right, we'll go EXO Tour Life for this one, but I don't know how far it's going to go. We'll see. It is Uzi's best, though. But anyways, next up, we have T-Shirt by Migos going up against 3500 by Travis Scott featuring Future.
This one was a tough one
and 2 Chainz. This is a tougher one. I mean, I think that production-wise, there's no doubt in my mind that 3500 is the better beat. I mean, just thinking about the way that Metro Boomin's drums drop in this song, the way the beat fades out towards the end. This is like trap orchestration.
Well, not only that, but it's also 5 minutes plus, which is extremely impressive. So for the song to be able to keep you engaged throughout the entire of it, it's so stupid.
And not only 7-minute song.
I know, it's pretty crazy. And I do think it's probably still Travis and Future's best ever collaboration.
But T-Shirt is also Migos' best song, arguably, bro.
You think so? You think? Okay.
Bro,
top 5. Top 5 for sure.
Bro, everyone did their role in that song. The versatile fucking flow from Takeoff to start things off. You have the melodic Quavo hook, Offset coming in and adding his twist with the triplet flow at the end. Like,
that's one of my favorite music videos too. Like them dressed up in the minks and like the middle. Where do they shoot that, anyways? I don't
know. It looks like fucking Antarctica or something. Bro.
No, we have scenery like that here in Quebec. You know.
Oh, I know. That's why it could have been any snowy location.
It was just super cool. Yeah, absolutely.
And I love it because it's also like an anti-trap song, right? It's about like their moms telling them, you know, to stay out of the streets, not to trap. I like the concept of the song too.
Well, no, but it still is a trap like song.
Of course it is.
Yeah, talking about drug dealing and like getting your T-shirt dirty with drugs. You know?
For sure, but I mean, ultimately,
I'm going 3500.
But the verses are better on T-shirt, low key, bro.
I'm not sure, bro.
I mean, I love the hook, but I mean, the Future and Travis verses are great on 3500, but they don't compare to the T-shirt verses for me.
I prefer the production.
The production is better on 3500
itself.
You know what? I'm giving a hot take. I'm going T-shirt by Migos on this.
I'm going to go 3500 on this
I'm going T-shirt on Migos, bro.
All right, so listen, Nick.
This is where I come in.
Yeah,
right?
we're going to have to summon Lord Nick. This is where he's going to come in.
Well,
where
what's sick is these are actually 2 songs that we used to junk in our high school days, right? So it's really tight. It's neck and neck. 3500 moves on.
There we go. Yeah, that's easy. No, you can't be mad at that pick, though, Lou.
I'm not mad about it. I mean, I would have gone the other way, but anyways.
Even at that, the 2 Chainz feature as well is
fire.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
but okay, go on to the next one.
All right, next up we have Check by Young Thug versus Codeine Crazy by Future. We all saw this coming, a Future versus Thugger matchup. You have, I guess, more traditional ATL modern trap with Check versus more psychedelic trap music with Codeine Crazy.
Yeah, there's a bit more of a melodic sort of tone to Codeine Crazy as well. The content matter couldn't have been different as well. You have Future being kind of like drugged up on a codeine trip while he's talking about losing his lover, and then after that you have Young Thug talking about how he had to hide drugs in his butthole because cops pulled him over. So it's completely two different lanes, but ultimately I would as much as I love Codeine Crazy, you're not like Check is what's going to really make
God.
it. Oh,
Okay.
wait, what do you think I was going to do?
I thought you were going to go Codeine Crazy
No
because
way.
I always found that like to be a bit of an overrated song just because I
don't
feel
want to
like
hear that take ever again. You say it too much on the podcast.
bro, he's
I
off
get it, bro.
his singing's off key, bro.
I get it. Yeah. This guy's always making a fucking little joke with Codeine Crazy.
It's an overrated song, and that's why it's going to lose in this bracket.
Well, listen, because you put it up against Check. Like, there's certain Young Thug songs where I would have maybe considered it a bit more, but with Check, there's no competition.
Listen, Codeine Crazy is a staple song for Future. It sounds unlike anything he had ever done before, but I just feel like people make it seem like it's the mecca of all trap songs, where it's not. But,
I agree with you.
All right, Check
let's
moves
go.
on. Next up, No Flockin' by Kodak Black versus Trap Queen by Fetty Wap. And listen, I think Trap Queen's going to lose here, but there's no denying the impact this song had in 2014.
Absolutely.
Like, literally everyone and their moms, their aunties, their daycare monitors were bumping this song. Like, you couldn't escape it.
Well, I think you get a lot more of like a lighthearted party sort of banger with something like a Trap Queen, but when you look at No Flockin', that's easily like a top-end Kodak Black song. That is one of the best trap songs I've ever heard, especially from like the 2010s decade. Especially, isn't it a thing that Kodak actually doesn't like this song though?
Yeah.
He doesn't fuck with it. Eh?
Fuck with the song,
I don't know
yeah.
how you don't like this song.
Yeah, it's one of his best
It's one of
songs.
his best songs. So yeah, No Flocking's easy, but listen to this next matchup, all right, that we just developed. Check versus No Flockin'.
Ooh, that's gonna be good when
That's
we
gonna
get
be
to
a
that.
good one. Do you know where you're going off the bat with it?
I think so, but I'm not 100% on
I think
it.
I know where you're going with it because I know how much you like one of these songs. So we'll see what happens.
But all
with
right,
it.
next up, matchup number 6, No Heart by 21 Savage and Metro Boomin versus Back in Blood, by Pooh Shiesty and Lil Durk. And I'm gonna be honest, the more that time passes, bro, like Back in Blood is really easily becoming one of the better modern trap songs. If you look at the 2020s decade, it's
up
really
there.
up there, bro.
Absolutely,
Like this is a menacing track. It's literally about them threatening a war for whoever wants to fucking wage it. Like it's a serious song.
It's very in your face.
And yeah, I love the feeling of looming danger with the beat, with that dark piano riff, the hard hitting drums. But this is No Heart here. Like come on.
Yeah, this is going to be No Hard. By the way,
I tried to show love to Back in Blood.
Absolutely. I made a little bit of a mistake in the bracket here. It's going to be 3,500 versus Check, and then after that we have No Flockin' versus Back in Blood. So that was
versus No Heart.
No Flockin' versus No Heart. Yeah, so we're gonna
That's an even better matchup because
think so?
I would have gone Check over
yeah, I
No
would have gone
Flockin'.
Check as well. Absolutely. So is that going to be a bit of foreshadowing of what's going to happen maybe in like the later rounds?
I guess we just spoiled ourselves, but
Absolutely.
all right,
Listen,
let's
I'm going to
keep
do a
on
little bit
going.
of a recap of what we have on this
sure.
side before we go into the next one.
Next up, we got two classics, some older trap songs. We have Lemonade by Gucci Mane
Yes, we
versus No Hands by Waka Flocka Flame featuring Wale and Roscoe Dash.
So let me ask you this. I know where I'm going with this. Was this a harder matchup for you? Because even when I look at something like a No Hands, as much as I think it's a mega banger, it was huge for strip clubs. It's Waka Flocka's biggest song, arguably, right next to another song that's going to be coming a bit later in this. I think when you look at Lemonade, this was the song that actually got me into Gucci Mane, low key. Like this is really what put me onto him. And
Well, it put a lot of people onto him. Like this song and No Hands.
Did it
were-
ever chart?
Of course it charted. Yeah,
Where
like,
did
this was a huge like rap pop crossover as well as No Hands, which obviously was a proven club banger. But with No Hands, I mean, I get it. It's a fun song, but that hook
is
has
fire.
just become irritating to me, bro. The
That's a
melodies are
horrible
dragged out.
That's a horrible
I'm not
take,
huge
bro.
on like the
No way.
girl drop it to the floor,
That's
make the
crazy.
booty go. Like
No way.
I got sick of that after a certain amount of years. But I mean,
Why,
ultimately,
where were you bumping this song when you were 11 years old?
not when I was 11. Maybe when I was 15, 16.
It was going
Parties.
I know, but it wasn't really going crazy at like our parties. Let's say they were playing
Not
up
as much, but I would hear it.
2015 was a lot of Future. It was a lot of new Young Thug. Like at
So
least
when would you listen to it, bro? On a nice like
played in the
December
whip?
night walk?
No,
like,
no, but played on the whip.
Yeah.
It's a great party song. It's so sick to get your mood up. Like you cannot be like mad while listening to this track.
I don't dislike it. I just think the Lemonade is like
It's much
bounds
more
and leaps
superior.
better. But all right,
All right.
Lemonade's gonna advance.
let's do
Obviously,
that
matchup number 8, the last one of this side of the bracket, is gonna be BMF by Rick Ross featuring Styles P versus Bugatti by Ace Hood featuring Future and Rick Ross. And When this first came out, like I was a delusional kid, bro. I'm like, this is the best rap song I ever
What,
laid
for
ears
BMF?
on. No, for Bugatti, bro. I was
Oh,
like
no way.
13 years old, and I'm like, all in life that I want right now is to drive a fucking crazy whip like a Bugatti, and that song was speaking to me. The hook went off. The production was so epic. Like even listening back to it now, it's aged pretty well.
It's aged pretty well.
Aged well, bro.
It has a very triumphant trap production as well. It's something that's going to go absolutely crazy in every single club. I will say this, though. It does not even hold a candle next to BMF. I'm being honest.
I think it
with you.
holds a candle. I don't think it's the better song, but
Nah, I don't know, bro. BMF is a special Rick Ross song. That is like Rick Ron, the Don Boss, like coming through, like breaking down the wall and just like talking about making money fast, bro. Like there's literally nothing else to the song besides like make fucking money and live a luxurious lifestyle. It is like one of his best ever songs in my opinion, and I honestly think it's gonna go far for me. I think it's gonna go far for me in this
it has
bracket.
super strong verses, and then you have like a hip hop heavyweight like Styles P to just add on to the greatness of that song.
And you couldn't have gone to the better feature for that than Styles P, especially for like the commentary on top of the song itself. I mean, more the song concept. It's such a sick song.
But this
over
was
the
a
year.
good matchup. Both of these songs are like thrilling, high tempo trap songs that are like guns blazing from beginning to end in terms of how action packed.
When was the last time you went through BMF actually before, let's say, preparing for this episode? Like, do you have it in
It's
rotation?
in rotation, yeah, for sure.
Like this next to like Santorini Grease, Devil's a Lie, like
I'll,
those sort of like
I'll
Rick
spin
Ross songs.
Teflon Don. Like that's probably the only Rick Ross album that I'm like, you know what? Let me spin a Rick Ross album today.
You don't go back to the
Port
OG
of Miami? No.
Yeah, there's certain songs on there I'll go back to. It's been a while though. Like it's rare that I revisit Rick Ross's catalog like from start to finish.
Yeah, he's more of like a singles artist. Just what it is. He is. He is, bro.
Yeah, I guess. But Teflon Don though, that's a serious
Sick album.
That's a serious fucking
He
album.
did his thing.
Absolutely. Okay, so by the way, this is going to complete side A of the first round. So the matchups going into the next one is going to be Freestyle versus XO Tour Life, 3500 versus Check, No Flockin' versus No Heart, Lemonade versus BMF. So we have some serious matchups coming up. So let's complete this one, okay? Let's complete round one on the side B. The first one is going to be March Madness versus Jumpman. And the reason why I think we did this one is because back in 2015, these were arguably the biggest songs of the year. People were talking about Jumpman, being the national anthem, and the whole, the whole "Don't Trust You" tag was going crazy, even like in presidential campaigns. It was a huge cultural moment. But March Madness is still Future's best song, and it's going through.
I will say this: the better beat though is on Jumpman. From the eerie synths to those distorted 808s, bro. Those screech,
no.
Let me. Can I finish talking? Those screeching ravens, like it was just such a unique trap sound that became iconic, and that was not comparable to anything else. So production-wise, I have to give it to Jumpman. But when I look at every other aspect of the songs, March Madness is just.
I have a hot take. I
one.
think the best use of like those horns in a trap song is on March Madness.
It's crazy.
And in my opinion, especially on the drop, it's just fucking.
Honestly
epic. There's
speaking,
no
like-
way you cannot be hyped while listening to this song.
Absolutely. Even some of the best flow transitions you'll hear in a trap song. But I think March Madness is gonna be it's gonna be the fucker to take down in this bracket, bro.
You think
This
so?
is gonna
You
be
think
a
it's gonna be like
heavyweight.
the devil in a new dress, like of our trap bracket?
I don't know if it's gonna win, I'll be honest with you. Like, based on what I know's on this bracket, I don't think it's gonna win, but I think it's gonna go super fucking far.
Okay, all right. Let's go on to the
We'll
next one.
see.
Okay, yeah. Let's finish up round one. All right, then we'll talk about like a little recap. Let's do Dark Knight Demo by Trippie Redd featuring Travis Scott versus New Freezer by Rich the Kid featuring Kendrick Lamar. There was actually a really cool story behind New Freezer, and it was actually recorded. Well, the most of like the World Is Yours album was recorded at TDE Studios, right? And apparently, Rich the Kid was considering signing to Top Dog Entertainment. That was a huge thing that went viral, I think, last year. That we posted up on our Twitter.
I don't know how good that would have been as a fit, but for the label, I mean,
Maybe he would have been able to like explore different styles and different types of aesthetics, and he wouldn't have been able, like he would have probably ventured off into different sounds itself. But New Freezer's cool. You get that like Western guitar chord that comes in through the production. You obviously get a fantastic Kendrick Lamar feature, but this is not even a competition. This is going to be Dark Knight Demo. The hook is absolutely exhilarating. Trippie Redd's vocal performance is fantastic. Travis's. Is it his best feature?
it's one of his best features, bro.
Like it's up there with the Love
Bro,
Galores
this
and
is
the
a
Love Horse.
fucking.
Yeah.
This is a high octane festival banger, bro. Like when you hear Travis Scott fucking roaring on this song, and when you hear Trippie Redd's like inflections getting louder as the song escalates. Like this,
No way.
this song
Yeah, it's
feels
incredible.
like you're entering Dracula's lair, bro. Like that's what Dark Knight Dumbo
And you know
does
what's
for you.
crazy is that as much as people like praise the Travis Scott feature, I think no one really got each other on this song. Like
No.
Trippie Redd, like really had a prominent part. But that's what I like about Trippie Redd and Travis, especially for this song, is that the synergy was just crazy. It felt so epic. It felt so grandiose. That is definitely going to be moving on. Let's go into the next one. Okay, Space Cadet by Metro Boomin and Gunna versus Rap Save Me by 21 Savage, Offset, and Metro Boomin. So some newer trap classics that are big outliers on each of those albums. Where are you going with this one? This one's interesting. This one, I think I know where you're going, but I want you to say it. I want you to say it. I want you to bring. I want you to be the bearer of the brag.
I don't know if I have a horse in this race, bro. Like I actually like I love both of these songs so much that I couldn't give less of a fuck which one advances because I don't want to see either of them go here. I mean, to look at it, I think that Space Cadet is the better produced song. I mean, you have those twinkly synths that give you this feeling that makes you feel like you're ascending into a spaceship.
No,
like
Rap Save Me has
unmatched.
a lot more of like that darker tone, those chainsaws that are crazy. I love the
women
drum pattern.
screaming.
Yeah, no, I don't
It's
agree
more
with you.
cinematic of a beat.
Yeah, the production's better on Rap Save Me. As far as artist performances go, I still give it to Offset, 21 Savage, and Quavo on this. Especially like that last Quavo verse. It's really fucking sick.
Like in terms of like a rapper like finding a pocket and just sliding on a Metro beat, like
It was perfect.
Gunna is one of the best examples on Space Cadet of that. Not to say that like you could get other songs like Rap Save Me on Without Warning or from either of their catalogs, but it is interesting like to even get good subject matter out of a trap song like this because 21's literally rapping about hip hop saving his life. Like it's actually there's more than meets the eye when you're listening to Rap Saved Me.
I'm going Rap Save Me.
At face value, like I said, I do think the production is more of a standout on Space Cadet.
Well,
but
maybe you just prefer it, but I think that like the cinematic value of Rap Save Me, especially with the chainsaws and the woman screaming. Like,
but besides the sound effects, like the beats at their core, I think Space Cadet's better. But ultimately, we'll go Rap Saved Me.
I think
we'll
we
go
have
Rap
to.
Saved Me.
All right, that was a hard one.
That's tough.
Okay, we'll go to the next one.
Yeah, next up, Offended by Meek Mill featuring 21 Savage and Young Thug versus Lifestyle by Rich Gang. So the battle of the Young Thug songs, you could say, even though one of them's a feature.
This one was easy for me.
This was really easy, though.
This
I gotta
was
say,
Lifestyle. Yeah, it's going to Lifestyle.
it's going to
right away.
Lifestyle. I don't
Yeah,
think further conversations needed.
But you know what? Offended is underrated. You feel like Offended is an underrated Meek Mill
man.
song?
Absolutely.
How many, like, does it have high streams when you're doing your notes? Did you check that out?
I think it had like 100 or 200 mil, so
Oh, okay.
pretty high. But
It's pretty high, but it's nothing too crazy. But okay, let's keep going on with this. Let's go on to a massive matchup for today. This one's going to be very hard. Hard in the Paint by Waka Flocka Flame versus 100 Shots by Young Dolph. You know what I like the most about 100 Shots, bro? Is the buildup of the song.
Yeah.
You only get the 808s of that track and like the bass absolutely thumping, maybe like 30 to 40% in. And he actually does the hook first before you actually get the drop. So it feels like a sort of shooter, for example, where like you really have to wait for those big heavy 808s to kick in. Not only that, I'm a big fan of the hook, but I would feel so bad if Hard in the Pain didn't go through.
100 Shots is one of Dolph's best songs. I love the fact that he took like a real life scenario where, you know, his bulletproof SUV was shot up literally 100 times and decided to make a trap anthem out of it and sort of like almost
taunt the opposition,
sort of
like you
taunt
couldn't
the
get
you
me.
couldn't fucking get me. Yeah, it's some badass shit. Like Dolph really went in on 100 Shots, but Hard in the Paint, bro, the energy that Waka gives you on that song, all the bows, and then the flock is like, he had more energy than like Tony Montana on coke, bro. Like he was in there, bro.
Like
he was dialed in
like that
on that song.
He's probably one of the nicest guys I've met in the industry too.
Oh, yeah.
He was absolutely awesome when we met him at Dreamville Fest. So I'm going Hard in the Paint. Shout out to Wonka.
Hard in the Paint has to move through.
But shout out
next
to
up,
100 Shots, bro. That is a classic song.
Speaking of easy matchups, this is as easy as they come for me. I think Ant's gonna disagree, but Ali Bomaye by The Game featuring 2 Chainz and Rick Ross versus Put On by Jeezy featuring Kanye West. These are 2 great trap songs. One of them coming from a rapper who has defined trap music, and another one coming from The Game, who isn't really typically known for making trap music, but ended up somehow making one of the best trap songs ever, in my opinion, with Ali Bomaye. I love Put On. It's a great tribute song to Atlanta. Kanye West coming in with like the 808s and heartbreak type of sound.
Would you have wanted to see him maybe go into more of like a Can't Tell Me Nothing sort of vibe for like this sort of feature?
Yeah, low key.
Because whenever I listen back to the song, it's
Sick.
it's the Jeezy verses though that keep me engaged within the song, especially for that he has the first two, and then Kanye kind of wraps up the song. Ultimately though, I'm gonna go Ali Boombaye, but I thought it was gonna be a bit more of a closer race for me just because of how much I love Put On.
Yeah.
But Ali Boombaye is an absolute classic. So this is what I'm gonna ask you, okay? Ali Boombaye is low-key a dark horse within this bracket.
Bro,
it is a serious
Trust me.
it is a serious fucking dark horse within this bracket. But okay, let's continue going on.
Keep
with
on
this.
going. Next up, we have 24s by T.I. versus So Icy by Gucci Mane featuring Jeezy, Boo, Lil Will. A lot of features on there. But yeah, speaking about 24s by T.I., this is classic T.I. It's off of Trap Music, one of the albums that birthed trap music as a whole. And I mean, this song's been catching a lot more attention since Drake ended up interpolating the same flow that T.I. used for the hook of 24s.
Yes.
On Rich Flex.
I will say this. When I look at it versus So Icy, I do prefer the hook on 24s in comparison to So Icy.
I love the So Icy hook.
No, it's not better than the 24s.
That Lil Will hook is amazing. It sounds like...
And I'm sorry, though. Like for the 24s, obviously, the hook is iconic, but the T.I. verses are fucking vicious, bro. He's rapping at quick pieces. He's rapping with so much hunger, so much ambition. And yes, as much as I love like the Gucci Mane and Jeezy verses, it's not their best ever verses, you know?
It's not.
It was a really cool hit. Like, I fuck with the song, but 24s is a fucking slapper. Like, that is absolutely crazy. I have 24s.
I have 24 as well, but
Okay.
I do prefer the hook on So Icy, but the verses are better on 24s.
Yeah, you prefer the hook on it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Absolutely, bro.
I prefer the hook on 24s. All right, last matchup for this one.
Next up, we have Make the Trap Say A by OJ the Juice Man featuring Gucci Mane. Up against It's Going Down by Young Jock featuring Nitty. Yeah, when it comes to OJ the Juice Man, definitely was one of the more popping trap rappers in the 2000s, signed to Gucci Mane's label. He had a pretty decent run. And I love how eccentrically he's rapping about just like moving dope on this song. Like,
And the Gucci Mane verse is fucking crazy.
yeah, the Gucci
that
verse
is
is sick, bro.
arguably one of his best ever features on this. When you start getting into It's Going Down, it's fire. It's a Tribe classic, but I feel like I get a lot more energy out of Make the Trap Say A. I also feel like the hook is better on the song as well, and I prefer the Gucci Mane verse over any one of those verses if I combine the two songs together.
I think Make the Trap Say he's gonna advance on this one.
Do you think that's maybe another little dark horse?
Especially for the older trap songs, I think that it can make a push. We'll see
Because
what it gets matched up against.
it's going up against 24s.
That's true.
It's going up against
Ooh,
24.
that's
That's going to be a good fucking matchup.
It's gonna be a matchup for sure.
All right, you want to continue going on with
Let's
this?
keep on going. Round 2, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, so we have Freestyle versus EXO Tour Life.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shout out my label. That's me.
That's
I'm in this bitch with TB. Come on, bro.
That's where you're going.
That's where I'm going.
So you think Lil Baby's best song is better than Uzi's best song?
I think so, bro. I'm sorry, but I mean, just the way that Baby like builds momentum, even what that song meant to his career, like it was figuratively and literally his climb up story. If you think about it, like he's climbing the ranks.
I get what you're saying, Lou. I understand it completely. But we're talking about EXO Tour Life.
We're
This
talking,
is a song of a
wait,
generation.
We're talking about a trap song bracket. To me, Freestyle is the better trap song.
Yeah, but I could also say that EXO Tour Life does a bit more as a song itself. You know, like I guess you could say Baby has the better performance overall, just because like it's one long verse, it's him going absolutely crazy, but the hooks are absolutely iconic on EXO Tour Life. Lil Uzi has some of the best verses of his career on that song itself. The production is really fucking sick as well on it. The message of the song is deeper than Freestyle as well. Not on the Freestyle, on EXO Tour Life. I'm going EXO
I don't know if
Tour
the message is deeper. I mean, Baby's rapping about coming from the bottom and
Yeah,
just
I guess.
moving up. Like it's a pretty motivational song. The way that I see it is that both of their performances within their own respect have merit, but for me, again, when I'm thinking about like Hall of Fame trap songs, I feel like Freestyle by Baby fits more of that mold of like that's a classic
Yeah, but
trap
that's not the
song.
conversation we're having though. EXO Tour Life is in this bracket right now. What is the better song between EXO
It is,
Tour
but I
Life and
feel like Freestyle was more qualified to be in the bracket. I'm taking Freestyle.
I'm taking EXO Tour
All
Life.
right, Nick, here
Lord
it is.
Nick, you are summoned.
Let me just clear my throat for this one. Hold on. Shout out my label. That's me. That's what it is, man. It's freestyle.
no
Sorry,
way.
man.
I'm
All
in
right,
this bitch with
listen.
Fortray.
So that is the
Pull me up
last.
a 8.
No,
Come on,
no
bro.
way. But I get what
There
you
we
guys
go.
are
It's
saying.
a trap racket, brother.
I get what you're trying to say, but regardless, though, I just feel like EXO Tour Life getting second rounded is kind of disrespectful.
It's pretty crazy, but
It is
that's
pretty
the boat that we're in.
I
baby.
guess so. Anyways, let's keep going on with this 3,500 versus Czech. Listen, as much as I love 3,500, this one's easy for me.
Yeah, this one's gonna be checked by Young
Yeah,
Thug without a
absolutely.
doubt.
Okay, so now looking at Czech, where
wait,
do you
let me
think
ask
it
you this.
goes?
Though, just curiosity, is 3,500 a perfect song though? Still to you?
Yeah,
It's a perfect song.
I think it's a perfect trap song.
I think it drags a little bit.
No, are you fucking crazy?
I don't think you needed the last verse, the last hook. Excuse me. When Travis comes in for the last hook again.
It's still the best thing though on the song. The hook is so iconic.
Oh, it is. It is. It is.
All right, this one's gonna
Just
be
felt
tough.
like it was one too many, but
No
yeah.
Flockin versus No Heart. Okay, so
Shit.
I
Bro.
kind of want to put No Flockin through. I kind of want to put No Flockin.
Think about how iconic that flow is, bro. Like you had like Cardi B use it for Bodak Yellow.
People have made diamond records off of that flow.
Literally, bro.
That's what I'm trying to say, though. Is
It's
that
also just a great reflection of just like Kodak's lifestyle, his personality. I think is it a better written record than No Heart though?
I think so. I think you have maybe a better 21 Savage and Metro Boomin collaboration on here, if that's a hot take. That's where I'm gonna really consider getting it through.
Rap Save Me's better than No Heart. You're bugging.
What? What are you talking
are
about?
bugging, sir.
Rap Save Me is literally one of the best songs on a perfect album.
No Heart is the epitome of Metro Boomin and 21 Savage.
I get it. It's an
collaborations.
original one, but like take that out of the picture, brother. I'm telling you. Even
Without that out of the picture, the whole like question and answer where he's imitating his op. Do you know how fucking like intimidating that shit is?
Yeah, but the high
It was
voltage,
so
and the high
unique,
energy
too.
of Rap Save Me is fire. I get listen, it's definitely close. I probably go Rap Save Me, but I think I'm gonna bounce No Heart out of here. I think I'm gonna go No Flockin' by
Wow.
Kodak.
You know what? Like, oh shit. I love both of these songs, bro.
No Flockin'.
Nick, where would you go with this?
Listen, bro, if you go No Heart, I'll tell you exactly where I'm gonna go. So you have to decide first, bro.
I think
Listen,
I think
it's
think-
another case where I don't have a horse in this race. I love both songs, but I know what I am leaning more towards No Heart. So
All right, yeah.
let's do it.
Put it up to me. So the answer that I'm gonna go with is No Flockin'.
There we
That's
go.
what's
I'm
gonna
happy
be
with
on.
that.
There we go.
I'll
Yeah, that's
take
fine.
that. I'll take
yeah,
that.
you have to take No Flockin'
Yeah,
there.
I'll take
like
that.
No Flockin' is not getting fucking second rounded.
But No Heart deserves to?
I'm okay with it.
How are you okay
I'm
with it? It's a
with
classic.
What's going up against No Flockin'? What are you gonna do in this
All right,
situation?
man.
Okay, want to go into the next
The
one?
next one is going to be Lemonade by Gucci Mane versus BMF by Rick Ross.
This one's tough. This one's a rough
I
one.
don't know.
I don't know where I would go with
I
this
just
one.
love the fact that like Gucci Mane made a trap anthem out of a song that you could hear playing in like an ice cream truck, or that you could hear like as a jingle for like juice boxes or something. Like using that kind of a beat with the choir. What a moment that was.
On the changer.
Fuck, man. But
this is
Rick
what I'm gonna
Ross's
say. That's it.
rapping performance is better than Gucci's though.
Yes, but is the production better on BMF though?
Call me Big Meech, Larry Hoover. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on.
This is what I'm gonna say though. Whatever gets chosen here is getting third rounded.
You think so?
I know so. What do you think any of these songs is surpassing No Flockin'?
Probably not.
At least in my humble opinion.
I think BMF. I'll say fuck it. Ricky
listen.
Rose.
At the end of the day, as much as I love Lemonade, like it doesn't even really matter at this point. It's getting fucking destroyed.
You got to do it for our boy John.
Absolutely.
We have to.
Shout out John.
Let's go.
All right,
right,
next
what's
one.
next?
March Madness versus Dark Knight Demo. As much as I love Dark Knight Demo, this is easy, bro. As I said, as you said, actually, who's gonna really stop March Madness here? Who's stopping March Madness? You let me know.
Yeah, it's
There's
March
nothing-
fucking Madness.
There's
baby.
nothing to say. You don't even have to give me a synopsis of the song. I know already. Okay, March Madness is going through.
Absolutely.
But this one's going to be a bit harder. This is Rap Save Me versus Lifestyle. This one's tough. This one's a rough one. This is either way, whatever gets second
don't
rounded
know.
here would be absolutely criminal.
I mean, it's just that classic Rich Gang chemistry between Thugger and Rich Homie Quan. The vocal range is so impressive from both of them on it as well. I mean, bro, this is a classic.
Well, yeah, they're all classic fucking songs. I don't care about the classic status. I think I'm gonna go Lifestyle with this one. I think
going Lifestyle,
Yeah,
bro.
I think we're gonna have to go Lifestyle. Fuck. Rap Save. Okay, so no 21 Savage going into the third round.
21 Savage is knocked out of here,
That's
bro.
crazy. That is crazy. The way that this bracket is shaping up is actually pretty funny. But okay, let's go on to the next one. This is gonna be Hard in the Paint versus Ali Boumbaye. Is this one easy for you?
This one, it's
Is this one?
It's not easy because like I said, Hard in the Pain, like that's just like such an essential trap song. Like that shit is just so iconic. But as I said, Ali Bomaye, it's one of those March Madness type of songs where I really see it going far. Like the production is so anthemic. You have the Florence and the Machine vocal sample that's flipped to perfection on that song. It's Ali Bomaye for me.
Yeah, Ali
man.
Bomaye is gonna absolutely go through.
Fuck
Is
yeah.
this the best song that was on GTA 5?
It is.
You would put it over
I put it over
ADHD?
Collard Greens. I put it over ADHD. This is the go to GTA 5 soundtrack song for
I
me.
don't know if it's over ADHD.
That's
that's the
Still
goated-
Livin'. Still Livin's another classic.
That is another big one as well. Okay, let's keep going on. Okay, so this is going to be the last matchup of round 2. This is going to be 24s versus Make the Trap Say A.
24s.
Yeah, it's going to be
gonna be 24s.
That's it. Like,
Enough
I was
said.
talking about it last round, how Make the Trap Say A might make a little bit of a push, but no, 24s. The rapping performance by T.I. is much better than anyone on the other song. I prefer the production as well. The hook is iconic, so let's go with that one. Copy.
So we're
paste.
into round 3 already.
We're into round 3 already, okay? Because this is where things are going to start getting
We got
dicey.
8 to go.
So this
Quarters.
is quarterfinals, technically. Yeah, we have 8 to go. So let me just highlight this to make sure that everything is good on my end. So let me go through this, all right?
Yep.
For the first matchup of round 3, we have Freestyle versus Check. Listen, gentlemen, as much as I appreciate your guys' honesty and how much you guys like reciting, the verse of Freestyle, we're going Check with this one. It's no doubt.
Yeah, it's got to be.
We're not doing anything
It's
else.
got to be Check here.
You guys could sing that hook all you want, or sorry, that verse all you want back home, but we're putting this back into the next round. There we go. Check is going to advance, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Okay, the next one, No Flonkin versus BMF.
No Flockin versus BMF. I mean, it's no Flockin again. We kind of knew
Yeah.
this. We knew
Yeah,
this.
you know
Is there
it's
really
gonna
an
be-
argument you can make?
I don't know. Rick, what got into you? Yeah, you're right. There's no way. No Flonkin's going to be going through
No
on this.
Flockin's got it.
Okay,
yeah.
so that was easy. The last this last half that we just did for round 3 was super easy.
It was
to
like
go
probably
through.
the easiest part of the
the
bracket
bracket
because
that
now
we
you
have to
really
do.
have the heavyweights that are gonna blow the other guys out of the water.
All right,
That's what
March
it is.
Madness versus Lifestyle. Yeah, say it. Luke.
I don't know, man.
No,
After hearing Lifestyle go off, after
don't
hearing
even make me have to.
after hearing Lifestyle go off in the courtroom, bro, and like
Lord Nick,
I
do I
was
have to
like,
summon
holy
you?
shit, bro.
Bro, this is a tougher one than you
Yeah,
think
why
it
are
is,
you
man.
tripping?
I'm not,
Like,
yeah,
you
this
can't
is
out of your
disrespect Lifestyle,
This is Future's
bro.
best ever
You
song.
cannot
This
disrespect
is Future's
Lifestyle.
best ever song. Lou, just say it with me. 1, 2, 3. March Madness. Just say it. You don't have to make a
I'm
whole
just saying,
spectacle out
man,
of it. You can say-
Lifestyle is a beautiful song.
course it's
the
beautiful.
lighthearted aspect of it.
Yes, I know. Okay.
March Madness goes to
no kizzy. Come on, are you serious?
No
or what?
kizzy?
No kizzy.
Since when are you in the no kizzy vibes?
Today I was.
That's new. Okay.
new Arsenal, eh? New little.
New vocab for ant guys. You
there
heard it
we
here
go.
first.
No kizzy. All right, last matchup for round 3. Ali Boombaye versus 24s.
Ali Bomaye, let's go. Arrivederci. Arrivederci, T.I. Legend, though.
Do you think people are gonna look at this bracket and be like, "Bro, what the fuck's
People
Ali
are gonna be.
Boombaye?"
I think people are gonna be mad that like 24 is being knocked out by Ali Bomaye, and that like we have no classic like old classic 2000s trap songs left.
Yeah, I don't give a
but
fuck.
it is what it is.
All
It's
right.
our bracket.
Check versus No Flockin.
This is the semis. Wow.
This is the semis. That's
Oh,
check for
man.
me. Come on. Let's
check.
Yeah.
check.
Okay, so there's
No,
no.
I got nothing to
Because
say.
usually you like to like do the whole thing of the suspense and like.
Well, you know what
talk
it is,
about
bro?
the
Because you
production.
like to disrespect these classic songs.
I don't,
But
but
the
it's
way
so-
the way that I
I
view
just
it
don't
is,
like
I'm
to
like,
waste your time.
I'm just saying, like,
Why am I gonna
we're
waste
in a
your time?
semi-final round. You want to make it a matchup, bro?
So-
Like, this is a big matchup. But
It
in this
is.
case, I've said what I've had to say. It's fucking check, bro.
I just don't waste any time, bro. If I know what I'm going with, I know what I'm going
When I
with.
got the ice on, I am Sub-Zero. Like, it's check.
There we go.
It's
okay.
check.
March Madness versus Ali Boombaye.
See, this is might be the shocker for you of the episode. I'm going Ali Boumaier.
Nah,
I'm going Ali Boumaier. What to me is so really impressive about Ali Boumaier and compared to any other songs that we have on this entire bracket is the fact that not only is it a trap banger in the sense that you're getting a high octane 808 heavy trap beat, but this is the best rapping you're gonna find on this whole bracket, bro. I'm sorry.
That's
in terms of bar for bar, in terms of the writing, in terms of still giving you that energetic feel, they check all of my boxes, brother. Every single one. And I find it crazy that I'm putting it over Future's best song, but to me, unless you can convince me otherwise, I'm going Ali Boumaier.
I feel like the production is better on March Madness. with the horns itself and everything that comes in. The drop on it is absolutely crazy. I prefer the hook on March Madness as well. That's a big part for me too. That's absolutely undisputed. I do feel like it's Future's best ever song. It's probably the best trap song and one of the most dominant years ever for trap music as well. When I look at March Madness as well, it just, how could you? It's like kicking out the Messi, bro, of trap music. Like you're putting Messi on like the sidelines.
Everyone
now,
has
you know?
like beast-like mic presence on Ali Boumaier.
Sure,
bro.
you
Even
do.
like 2 Chainz in the game finishing each other's sentences towards the end. The Kevin Hart skit at the end. Like that's a compact song that has so much to offer. Production-wise, I think it is better. Again, with that Florence and the Machine
Nah, we're
vocal
going
sample.
March Madness on this one.
All right,
I just like
Nick. I'm sorry, bro, but
Yeah,
you
you're
got to
leaving
come
it
in
up
here.
to me. I have the tough decision.
I know where you're going, though. I know where you're
Now
going.
listen, Ant, hear me out, okay? Because Lou makes good points, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't matter what point he
I know,
makes
it's March
over here.
Madness, I know.
Because it's March
this
Madness.
fucking guy out of here, bro. He wants to put Ali Boumaier.
Absolutely. Any day.
It was a good little monologue, though. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna let him
Any
speak.
day.
Like he
Let
usually
me
does,
know in
but
the
I know what I
comments.
was doing right away.
Guys, let me know. Am I like the only guy that would put
think
that?
so.
Like, we'll see. Anyways,
I knew where the kid was.
that's the bracket, though, guys. Czech versus March Madness. March Madness wins the bracket. That was the decider.
You think so?
Nick just decided the bracket. Absolutely.
You think you'd put March Madness over Chase?
Yes, I
would
would
as well. I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
talk
come
about
on,
it.
we're not in the
We're not
front.
doing that. We're not fucking doing. Okay, did you, when you were going through the bracket at
Yeah.
the beginning of this episode, did you expect both of these songs probably to make the finals?
Honestly, I knew it was probably going to be between Ali Boumaier and March Madness, and I knew that you were going to side with March Madness. So I kind of like, it was a bit predictable, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll convince him of Ali Boumaier. And for a second, I had you. You're like, you're right. This is the best rapping you'll find on the
But
whole
you don't.
list.
You don't feel like it's weird to do that?
It is weird because it's the game winning a trap bracket. It's like, what the fuck?
No.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
So you would have put Ali Boumaier over Czech as well?
Over any song on this bracket, yeah.
That's fucking
Over any
ridiculous.
song on
That is
here.
a ridiculous.
Any
claim.
single song you name.
That is a ridiculous.
It's the
claim.
best trap
No
song of
way.
all time. As crazy as that
March
sounds.
Madness wins, ladies and gentlemen. That is
does.
going to be the winner for today's trap bracket. And honestly, when we used to do our Ox battles back in the summer, I kind of figured that this was probably.
Did it
the
ever
incident.
lose a fucking
No,
Ox
no,
battle?
no,
I don't think
no,
it
no,
ever
it's
lost.
an undefeated.
once.
Whenever
Yeah.
we played it in an Ox battle, like it was always like 100%. It was a glitch
Yeah.
code. The only time people stopped voting for this song in Ox battles is because of how abused it was.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, you're selling," and like they would absolutely vote against it. But guys, as I mentioned, let us know where we got it right. Let us know where we got it wrong, and what bracket should we do next. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.